All right, before I go on, I want to talk about this VUR. So, VUR is a very common disorder with kids. I think like 8% of the kids have it. It's common. You'll hear about it a lot. It's a reflux disease in the bladder, and it's usually what causes kids to wet the bed. It's often called the bedwetting disease, because kids they'll have control over frequency in the day, but these kids often pee the bed at night. Many times, most of the time actually, they usually grow out of it. Their ureters will naturally stiffen up and become more steady as they age. But if not, the minor cases, they go ahead and put some stents into those ureters to give them an extra rigidity so that there's no reflux in them. And the worst cases, like my sons, get repaired, but usually they get found at a young age, so the repair is done when it's more adaptable to their bodies. And what they do is they take the ureters and they pull them down and attach them to the bottom of the bladder, and that makes them stiff and pliable enough that they're able to do their job. But like I said, this was missed in my son. Somehow he was having this, and I don't know why it was missed. I don't know how it was missed, but that's the disease, and that's what was missed in him. And so at the age of 12, he was facing a big surgery that's usually handled in kids probably around 1 or 2, is what I was told. Cases like this just don't go this long. And even the surgeon that was going to do it was a little concerned about doing it on such a big kid, because my son at 12 was a big kid, especially for what he's used to. So that's that condition. Just so, and you're free to look it up, and you might say, well, yeah, my kids have had that. Like I said, it's a congenital disease. It's a congenital condition. It usually runs in families. I know that my father had it because he was a bedwetter until he was, I think, 9 or 10. And then I had some nephews that they wet their beds until I think they were like 6 or 7, much later than most kids. But it's perfectly normal. And like I said, most kids just clear up on their own.